Welcome back to Wisconsin Family. We are filming today, if you're just tuning in, here at Bachman Pools and Spas. We're going to catch up with those folks later in the show. Right now, of course, one of my favorite topics. We're surrounded by gorgeous gowns because Rosemary Williams joins us today from Premier Couture. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you, and thank you for letting me bring my ladies with
Yeah,
me.
bring your friends.
That's right.
They're very well-dressed friends that you have
They
today.
are very well dressed.
Wow, but these gowns are just stunningly beautiful. Obviously, I get to see them up close and personal, and the detail is so stunningly beautiful. So we have three really kind of different dresses here, primarily in shape.
Yes.
So let's talk a little bit about different shapes. And obviously you at Premier Couture help all the brides that come in find their dream dress.
Right.
So people probably kind of gravitate towards different shapes, but what do you think works best for different body types?
Like when we talked last time, I talked about the idea of prepping before you go gown shopping and visiting sites like The Knot and Pinterest and Wedding Wire. And all of those places have great advice about finding the perfect shape for your body.
Okay.
Okay, so this would be one place where I would totally give people permission to ignore the advice they see on those
I was going to ask you that. Okay.
Yes, because you'll see this chart and it'll say, if you are this particular shape, look for this particular shape of dress.
Right.
And we just find, and like I say all the time, a gown is the most self-expressive garment a woman will ever purchase.
Right.
So if you are holding yourself to this, you must do this, follow these rules, how can you really truly self-express through that, right?
Absolutely.
So when you're looking for shapes, it's important to keep in mind how you feel in them.
Sure. Well, absolutely. It's your wedding day. It's your big day. You want the opportunity to feel like a princess and feel beautiful in whatever it is that you've chosen. And different people have different ideas of what that means.
Right.
So I think I love that you don't. There's no rules, right?
Right.
Don't pigeonhole yourself into a certain dress type.
Right.
And get it there and really try it on and see what feels good to you.
That is the most important part, is the trying on, because we will definitely have women who come in who will work very hard at their physical condition. And there will be people that look at them and say, well, clearly you should wear a dress that really is more body conscious, shows everything off. Whereas once she gets a dress on, she may feel like a bride and beautiful in this dress.
You just
that is
never
full.
know what's going to really make you feel gorgeous. But let's talk a little bit about the different shapes. So this one that, I just think is a stunning shape. Obviously, there's a lot of detail. This one doesn't have beading, but the lace work is just
The lace work's
awesome.
exquisite.
It's so beautiful.
It is.
And I love that it's almost a combination between a strapless dress and not, because it's got that shape that almost could be
It totally
strapless.
does. So it gives you this great line that pulls the eye all the way up to the top of the shoulder, but is that really flattering shape of a strapless dress.
I like that, and you get a little bit of the comfort of actually having the straps.
Yeah,
You
some
don't have to
security there.
Do any of that.
Yes.
And then the back, we'll show it in a little bit, but the back is absolutely beautiful, the way that it's sort of cinched together and comes back out to flow. Now, is this a mermaid shape? Is that what
That
people
is a
call
mermaid
that?
shape.
I love that.
It's
very beautiful.
And it is something that will surprise people because, again, there's these preconceived ideas about who should wear what shape or what cut of dress. And those people who make those rules are never in the fitting room with a bride when she has that moment where maybe for the first time she is thinking, oh my word, I am beautiful. And it might not be in a dress that fits those rules.
Right.
So someone who has never put on something body conscious puts that on and is like,
Right.
wow,
Yeah.
I could totally do this.
Right.
It's really an exciting moment.
It really is, and everybody's shape is so different, and everybody, I bet, looks different in this dress, so it's so personal.
Yes, it is.
And now this one has a similar shape in some ways. It's got sort of the thinner, more fitted top, but it doesn't flare out as dramatically at the bottom. It sort of starts more gradually.
Absolutely.
So this is kind of the in-between. You're sort of working your way towards that sort of princess gown.
Exactly. So someone who maybe saw themselves in this, but missed all the drama of this, will feel really comfortable in this because she feels like she's getting the best of both worlds.
Yeah, it's so pretty. And it's got the lace, but then just that touch of beading that's really, really pretty and elegant. And now then we've got really the princess gown.
It's
I love
very fairy
it.
tale.
Yeah, it's so beautiful. So talk to me a little bit about the tiers. Now, I really like that look. It's a very different look. It's obviously a little bit more of a dramatic look.
A little more whimsical, too. Yeah. Yes. And it's a really romantic dress. And I do have to give a shout out to my daughter. She was with us at market because, of course, we go to market and carefully inspect every single dress that we choose, and we have to love them all. But my daughter is the one who said, you have to have this dress in your store. And we were like, okay. We'll have it here, Marley, so now we refer to it as the Marley dress.
The Marley dress.
Yes.
The other thing that I notice about this dress is there's a hint of color to it.
There is.
Just a really light underlying sort of cream or beige tone underneath. It's still a really classic white overlay and just that little unique interest to it.
It tends to be a trend that we've been seeing actually for quite some time to have a touch of color. You might not notice this. This also has a really subtle touch of color on it. Yeah. And again, allowing yourself to be open to different colors so that what feels right on you comes from inside instead of someone else telling you what you should or should not do.
Well, I love these options and I love your passion, and thank you so much for sharing a few of them with us, and some of those moments that you have I'm sure are really special with the brides. So
without a doubt.
This is Rosemary Williams with Premier Couture. We're going to be back with more Wisconsin Family. We're here at Bachman Pools and Spas. We'll be back right after this.